Welcome to Mrs. Moskowitz's art room again. The long-awaited project for Claude Monet is just ready to get started. I just want to remind you of the supplies that we need. We need 3 6-inch squares of pink construction paper. We need 3 3-inch squares of yellow construction paper. We need pencil, scissors, a piece of green construction paper, 1/4, 1 nickel, and glue. If you want to use paints, you can use watercolors, you can use dot paints, you can use any type of paints you want. If you are using paints, I would recommend using white paper rather than the colored. So let's get started. First, you want to make a sketch of a flower. So if you take your quarter on top of your pink construction paper, put it in the center and trace around. And then from the corner going out to the edge of the paper, you want to draw 8 petals. They do not have to be all the same shape or all the same size, but you want approximately 8 petals. Okay. Once you have those 8 petals, you're then going to take your scissors and cut them out. You see I stacked all 3 papers together so I can cut them all out at the same time, which saves time. And you can have them all cut. Then I have my 3 starting flowers. You want to do the same thing for the yellow, using a nickel in the center. You're going to trace the nickel, and then you're going to draw petals going all the way around. And as I said, they do not have to be perfect, and you're then going to cut them out just like you did your yellow ones, your pink ones, sorry. Paint, I would paint ahead of time before you do your cutting and wait till it dries before cutting them out, because if you try to cut it out when it's wet, it could tear very, very easily. So we now have 3 yellow flowers and 3 pink flowers. And what you're going to do is you're going to fold each petal in half to give it some dimension so it's not flat. And you want to do that all the way around on all 3 of your pink flowers. You can also fold each petal up towards the center. After you have all 3 of those done, you want to cut out your lily pad. And a lily pad shape is somewhat similar to a heart shape or a palette shape. You want to have like a niche in it, and then it comes around, sometimes to a point, sometimes more rounded. They're natural shapes, so it doesn't have to be perfect. And there I have the shape of a lily pad. And then I'm going to take each one of my pink petals after I folded them together with my glue, just putting a dab of glue in the center and putting it on top of my lily pad. Taking my second one and doing the same thing, I'm going to fold each one of the petals in half, down the center, and then I'm going to fold them up towards the center of the flower. And I'm going to glue this on top of the other one. So we're layering it. You don't want to line them up exactly. The petals should be going around, and you see how it's popping up? You want to do that with your third one. And they don't need to be perfect, because in nature, nothing is perfect. It's not always straight down the center. It's not always all the same color. Sometimes the more colors you put into it, the more interesting it looks. So far, I have the 3 pink ones, and then I want to do the same with my yellow. I'm going to fold each one of those in half and up towards the center. Smushing them in, and then I will glue those into the center of the pink flowers. Making sure it's a little askew, not completely the same shapes on top of each other as I go around. And I want to do that for my third one. Putting glue just a dot in the center because we want it to pop up all the way around and be 3-dimensional, so it's not flat. Put a dot of glue in the center and put that right on top. Okay. If you want to, you can cut out a small circle, fringe the edges, and bring those up to make a center. And you can put that in the center of your flower. If you want to, you can take a jewel. You can find a big jewel or put some sequins. You can take a jewel and put that in the center of your flower. You could put glitter in there. You can do anything you want. This is your flower. If you want this to float, take a lid from anything, a plastic lid. Put some glue onto the lid. Put that in the middle of the petal of the water lily, and then your flower will float in the water. So that's it from me and Monet. Enjoy doing your project. Next week we will be learning about Vincent van Gogh. I hope you'll join me then. Bye.